My name is Donovan, and I am the Waznaboy. Right now I am in America, visiting my family, and one of the special things I like to do for them before I go back to Korea is make them my special homemade bacon. I start by washing each pork belly, then I cut it into 3 chunks to make it easier for the curing process. Number 1, 1414. Number 2, 1369. Number 3, 1684. With the scale set to grams, I measure each chunk. This helps me calculate the right amount of salt, sugar, nitrates, and spices that I will need for curing each chunk. I use an online tool for calculating the amount of salt, sugar, nitrates, and spices that I will be using, and we'll share a link below. Okay. I make a special spice mix, one for curing and one for baking. After curing, we'll be adding an additional spice to the top of it before we bake. I like Morton salt because it kind of absorbs easier into the meat. So when I make bacon, I usually make about 40 pounds of bacon. This usually gives me about 12 to 14 different chunks. To make the process easier, I like to calculate and then measure all the spices at the same time so that I don't have to go back and remeasure everything. So now that all the curing mixes have been measured, it's time to start applying the spice and bagging. I like to make sure that I mix everything up so that we don't get any hot spots. One spot that's too salty, one spot that's too sugary. I'm going to coat all of the pork belly chunks and then massage the spice into the meat so that the flavor can go deeper during the curing process. When I first started making bacon, there really wasn't a good bacon that I could find in Korea. So it was this kind of self-teaching journey of discovering charcuterie and really just learning the art of curing meat. To me, it became a way of exploring food, taste, smell, but there's just so many flavors out there. Usually every time I make bacon for my family, I'm making 12 different flavors and spices because I'm always wanting to find what's that next flavor.
This is the first time I haven't done 12 flavors.
It's better this way.
Yeah. A lot less stressful for me and everyone involved. So this is for my mom.
Did you end up doing 3 flavors?
Yeah, I am going to do one chocolate mole. So this is the one my mom loves the most. It's an allspice cinnamon recipe. So just for Mom, I'm making it. Hello, people. You're not going to my folks? I am, but I gotta finish this. Yummy, yummy. I kind of want it to be a little more sweet than I think a traditional mole is. Like traditional mole is like very savory.
Both of my grandmas were very inspirational in my cooking journey, and a lot of the flavors that I use in bacon are inspired by their cooking, inspired by their legacy and their history in teaching. I do miss being home. I do miss California. So when I am with family, I love making bacon for them. This is my way of giving them love. This is my way of leaving them with something to remember me by, and every time they can take out some bacon from the freezer and just remember the time that we spent making it together with each other. Especially time with my brother. My brother's been huge help to me and a blessing, and these are precious moments.
That was some really good bacon.